DJ Vivaldi is up first. Interesting percussion at the very beginning. I'm expecting a lot of change-ups from DJ Vivaldi, but hopefully that doesn't end up hurting the track with too much going on in terms of change-ups. In terms of arrangement, I would say that the beat should have dropped in by now. Right now it's sounding like a long intro. That synth is a little too loud. This part's pretty cool. It's a nice sounding guitar. I'm not sure if you play guitar or not. I hear guitar in a lot of your beats. Definitely sounds like a live played guitar compared to a VST. Yeah, this is the one thing that I was worried about with DJ Vivaldi, having a cohesive idea for the track. There's just a lot of different ideas going on throughout the arrangement here. Some turntablism. Yeah, this guitar is probably my favorite part of the track right now. Yeah, the kick is very muffled in the low end here. Yeah, I would say that this track just has a lot of different ideas going on. It doesn't sound very cohesive in terms of a theme or, yeah, mainly in terms of a theme. Just a lot of different ideas going on. But definitely very original, just like a lot of your tracks, DJ Vivaldi. Overall, good job. So let's continue on with round 2 of the preliminary. Got Simo, Call Me Chew. I think he's referring to the YouTube producer. Again, these beats that we're playing are from Wednesday's Beat Critique. They had the best beats from Wednesday. Solid hitting kick, solid bass. It's always what I expect from Simo. Nice breakdown. Mix sounds clean, strong. Drums are punching through. The only thing I'm worried about is how on the grid it sounds. Sort of goes back to what I was saying on Wednesday about groove. Like, yeah, it does have a groove, the way the melody's going, but you could just hear that everything's just very on the grid. Let's listen to Lucky. Mix sounds nice and clean. Bass is strong. Sound selection is dope. Your counter melodies and harmonies make a lot of sense here. Nice open and ambient. Some transition effects here. It's dope. That splash was real nice. Yeah, that kick is hitting real nice too. You have it perfectly leveled with your bass. Dope, dope. Everyone's done a good job so far. Let's check out Akuma Sanctum. Akuma actually had my favorite track from last week. It was very original. And for a wild card, I was really impressed with Locky coming in. Nice. That worked really well with the swing that you have on your drums. Oh, this part's fire. Oh man, really coming with it. Mix is really grimy and it works well with the sound selection that you have going on here and the composition. Makes sense with the boom bap drums that you have going on. That was a nice build-up. Yeah, bro, good breakdown too. Yeah, your arrangement game is on point, for sure. Little ear candy with the vocal sample in the background there. It switches things up, adding a new element to the chorus. that was the bridge, actually. Pre-hook, if you will. Alright, chat, drop a 1 for DJ Vivaldi, a 2 for Simo, a 3 for Lucky Dunn, and a 4 for Akuma Synctum. Yeah, Simo said something earlier about moving everything off the grid. That's a trap that a lot of producers fall into. So when you move everything off the grid, that sometimes puts everything on the grid. If that doesn't make sense. But the whole point of moving a sound off the grid is to make sure it doesn't line up with the groove of all the other instruments. And that's what we're hearing with a lot of your tracks. The groove is very aligned with one another. So the idea is to adjust it so that it doesn't line up one on top of the other. And it might be, slightly off, slightly ahead, slightly behind. But in order to really get that pocket for a rapper to feel inspired, you got to play around with it a little bit more than just moving everything off the grid. Some things need to be ahead, some things need to be behind. And again, the knob, like say, for example, you have 4 instruments and one knob, your shift knob says 4% on one, the other one says 10%, another one says 13%, another one says 20%. You have to go by your ear and the feeling, not by the knob or the number. You have to go by the feeling. And it feels like they're all aligned. So it's not about how much you moved something off the grid, so to speak. You'll notice that some samples, like claps, hi-hats, they already have a little bit of space at the beginning. And some samples might not even have a space at the beginning, but the loudest part of the transient isn't at the very beginning of that sound. And same goes for the instruments. So you have to just use your ears and go by the feeling. All right, I think we've had time for, I'll give people a few more minutes to vote. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 4s, 2 2s. Yeah, 7 4s and 2 2s. And good job, Lucky Dunn, on being a wild card and coming with it. That was a very good showcase for sure. So our winner is Akuma Synctum. He is the second slot in our Supreme 16. So for Monday's beat battle, preliminary round 3, we have Sansa, Simo, Lucky Dunn, and Aton. Here's the beat that got Sansa into the round 3 of the preliminary.
Sansa on the beat.
Yeah, this is fire. Drums are hitting hard. Sound selection is dope. The only issue is that guitar is only in the left ear, and we have nothing that's balancing that on the right side. Yeah, that beat is fire. Here's the beat that got Simo into round 3 of the preliminary. He's been in every single preliminary so far, but just hasn't quite made it into the Supreme 16 yet. Solid low end, the kick, and the bass. That 808 hits real hard. You have a nice combination between the ambience of your of your stereo field on the left and right, and then you have that guitar that's a lot more dry, more in your face, but you did a good job turning that level down so that it doesn't overpower the middle of the track. Sounds like it's slightly panned off to the right as well, so that's good. And then we had Locky Dunn. And this is Locky Dunn's second entrance into the preliminary. Melodies are dope. The only thing I'm concerned about is sound selection. The sounds do sound slightly dated, specifically that bell, but the melodies and the counter melodies are really dope. You did a good job with the arrangement too, and the drums are smacking. And nice solid low end as well. And then we had Aton, who made it in with this beat in the third round of our preliminaries.
The great living artist.
Yeah, drums are banging. Kick well balanced with the 808 here. The intro was nice, short and sweet. Got right into the drums, hitting right away. And then you gave us only a short pre-chorus, and then it went right into the verse. I could definitely appreciate that arrangement. That's one of the most powerful arrangements that you can do. A short intro into a pre-chorus and then right into the verse. Then you have a bridge, a breakdown, which will go right back into your, right back in with hard hitting drums, dope melodies, great mix, and awesome processing on your instruments too. Just overall well done. And then we had our wild cards, which are DJ Vivaldi with Dubstep Dancer. I have my TV playing and there's a guy beating down a door, which plays perfectly well with this track. It's hilarious. Yeah, drums are smacking. Maybe switch out the synth strings. They're a little, compared to the main dubstep synth that you have playing there, it just sounds a little plain compared to everything else that you have going on. Little breakdown transition here. And a huge switch up. Our second wild card is Chris. Just a really experimental track, but the drums are hitting nice. The sound selection is dope, whether it's a loop or a sample or not. Just some nice trippy Asian vibes. And that's a dope counter melody with that whistle that just came in. And that's really cool how he has that hi-hat panning throughout the stereo field too. Just a fire track. I can't remember what tracks Chris usually submits, but that one's pretty fire. The beat battle happens at the beginning of each stream at 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time. Once again, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 p.m. United States Eastern Time. I also post on my Instagram right before we get things started, so if you're like MNT and you're not getting these notifications, just follow me on Instagram and you will. There's also a message that goes out to your email if you are in the Discord, and also on Twitter if you follow me on Twitter. So follow me on all social medias if you need some backup notifications. You definitely will get notifications if you do that. So according to YouTube, the next video you should watch is here on your left. And if you like this video, you should definitely check out the video on your right as well. I make new videos every week, so remember to turn on notifications so that you are notified every time I drop a new video. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.